Welcome to our video on Izmir in Turkey. Izmir is the third largest city in Turkey with a population of about 3 million, so it's smaller than obviously Istanbul and Ankara. Izmir has over 3,000 years of recorded history and generally is believed to have a history going back 8,500 years. So for the last 5,000, it has been almost continuously inhabited, and it was originally established by the Greeks at the time of the city of Troy. Alexander the Great or his generals came to this area and established the city. In the 4th century BC, it was the principal city of Asia Minor and was part of the Roman Empire. Then later came under the Ottoman rule. Today it's a quite modern city and it feels quite European in appearances to a certain extent, more so than Istanbul. It also is quite close to Ephesus, so a lot of people come here on holidays, and it has some magnificent beaches. Throughout Turkey we have seen lots of dogs, and they are all apparently vaccinated, and frequently as you walk around the streets you'll see little dog bowls and cat bowls with food in them, and everyone in the neighborhood just takes care of the dogs, and they're kind of like a neighborhood dog. Similarly with cats, and what it means is, particularly with cats, there are no rats in any of the Turkish cities because of the large number of wild cats, which people stop and pet, but they do keep the rat population down to 0. The city is serviced with an airport, plus it has rail links, both regional and metro, and there are quite a lot of buses. There's a tram system throughout the city, plus ferries. In fact, our cruise ship docked about 3 kilometers from the city center and put on buses to ferry you to and back from the city center, which was quite lovely and saved the 3-kilometer walk, although it's just an easy walk. One of the very impressive sights is the clock tower, which is in the Konak Square. It is a marble tower standing about 82 foot or 25 meters in height. It was designed by a French architect in 1901 to commemorate the anniversary of an ascension of one of the Ottomans to the throne. The tower has 4 features that are placed around the base in a circular pattern, and the columns are inspired by a North African theme. Around the square were a number of stands. To us, they look to be stands on people who rescue you during an earthquake. And as you may be aware, Izmir had a large quake in 2020 where about over 100 people were killed. We took a photo of a building which looks very modern, but was obviously being pulled down. And we made the assumption that it may be from earthquake damage that they were pulling it down and then probably rebuilding, but we don't know for sure. While walking through the streets of the city, we came across the outskirts of the Grand Bazaar, which I think any large Turkish city has. And we wandered through the bazaar looking at all the different items. It was quite delightful. We saw children's clothes, we saw anything you would want for the household, and this was much more a bazaar for locals than it was for tourists such as we saw at the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul. While we were looking around, we saw a number of shops with men's suits in it, and Ian recalled that he has been looking for a tuxedo for our Cunard trip on the Queen Elizabeth at Christmas. So walking into one of the shops, the Turkish shop owner helped us. He didn't speak any English, and obviously we don't speak any Turkish. But between all 3 of us, we managed to figure out the suit that Ian wanted and get the right size. Then we negotiated for price. He said it would be cheaper for cash We didn't have that much cash, so he took us to the ATM and we paid him to get the cash discount. And Ian is now going home with a brand new tuxedo. So look forward to seeing that at Christmas. The Turkish national holiday was the day before our visit to Izmir. So many of the buildings were adorned with large flags. I hope you enjoyed our visit to Izmir, and we've given you a bit of a taste of the city. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe and could be notified of when we post. Thank you.